It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got a couple of franchises who broke into the league together back in 1995. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. We've got a couple of teams, Greg, that can make it happen with a defensive front. That's going to be a huge focus on this game.
With the importance of the passing game in today's NFL, Mike, you know how great it is to be able to disrupt that timing and throw off the quarterback's rhythm. And no better way to do that than by being able to get after them, especially with your defensive line. You don't have to blitz. You don't have to bring a fifth rusher. Keep that secondary intact. If this defensive line can cause havoc in the pocket for this quarterback, it's going to go a long way towards slowing down what's been a...
Here is Cam Little, ready to get this thing started. And off we go from Jacksonville. Raheem Blackshear on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. And they're led by Bryce Young, the #1 overall pick, Greg, out of Alabama back in 2023.
When he was taken as the first overall pick in the draft a couple years ago, Mike, certainly was not because of his physical stature. It was because of his mind. It was because of his processing ability. It was because of all the intangibles that they believed they saw in his days coming out of Alabama. Now, he's gotten some experience under his belt from a rookie year that had its ups and downs. He has all the talent in the world. Now he's got to go out and just capture it and make it happen.
Right to the air goes Young. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. In motion comes the tight end, Evans. On 2nd down, Young. That's to the right side and incomplete. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Young. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Hunting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away. Parker Washington awaits for the Jaguars. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft, it's Trevor Lawrence.
You think back just a few years ago, Mike, Trevor Lawrence coming out of Clemson, he was regarded as one of the top quarterback prospects of the last decade, and at times he's fit the billing, but it's been the inconsistency, protect the ball, turnovers. If he can clean up a lot of those miscues, he could be one of the top quarterbacks in the league.
On the ground, here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. In motion comes Thomas. Lawrence now on second down. He'll let this one go deep for Thomas.
Really nice job there of not only track, but then putting yourself in position to make the play. And that's step one. I promise you step two on that sideline. His secondary coach is saying, hey, next time you can get your hand on the ball, let's try to come away with that takeaway.
Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with ETN. On 4th down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. Raheem Blackshear is set to return for the Panthers. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Panthers offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. To the middle of the field, he's got Evans. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Young. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to 2. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Here's Young to throw. And that is incomplete. On comes the punter now. He'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. The fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They had a disappointing quick 3 and out on that opening drive, so they'll try it again here in a scoreless game with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from ETN. And a pickup of 3, or maybe 4, the veteran Josie Jewell there for the stop. Here's a 2nd and... From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Third and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown.
I really like the rhythm that this offense has found. I mean, that third down, that wasn't a layup by any means, but they made it look easy. Everybody was exactly where they needed to be. The quarterback did a nice job working through his progression, saying, okay, I understand this is zone defense. I understand where the limitations of get to that spot on the field as fast as I can, deliver the ball, pick up the first down.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. Whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. First and 10. Now a handoff. Etienne, a gain of 4 as he's taken down. Once again, it's Etienne. And they bring him down inside the 20.
One of the key factors for having success in the run game, Mike, is winning at the point of attack. And what that means is every play, the linemen and all the blockers, they understand where the back is going to start and then where the back could end up. And having a good understanding of that and how it pertains to the defense is how you gain your advantage to have big plays like this.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Quick hitting slant there. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. They put Strange in motion. A first down throw for Lawrence. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. This run straight ahead for Etienne. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal. Some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line. They'll run it here with Etienne. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jaguars will take a 7-0 lead. throw following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Here's Young. That into the hands of Hubbard. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
Now the first carry for Chuba Hubbard. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a... Another run here with Hubbard. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. Young. Going to set up the screen here to Hubbard. Give him 13 on that screen play, and a first down.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the first down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end, Evans. Young hands it to Hubbard. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Young. Taking off. He'll try to get there. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
And here's a great example of why the pass rush on 3rd down, that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only escape the pocket, but to turn into a runner and pick up the first down.
Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. On the give, it's Hubbard. He'll get maybe 4 there. It'll bring up 2nd and long. In motion comes the tight end, Evans. Short one there, caught by Tremble.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So
to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Panthers. Extra point attempt to come here. The kick is good. The Panthers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. On the return, it's Parker Washington. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. To throw is Lawrence. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Now ETN, and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run it once more with ETN. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. Now a 3rd and 2. Up the middle, here's ETN. And it looks like he's going to have that 1st down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. And they convert on 3rd down. Now a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line. Slot receiver, headed right. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. In motion comes Thomas. Second down, Lawrence. That's complete. He finds Brian Thomas. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Got to get this to the 25. Here's third down. Now Lawrence. And on third down, that ball incomplete. So it is fourth down, and that'll bring on Cam Little for this Jaguars field goal. This a 48-yard attempt. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead. So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Get this drive started. On the ground, it's Hubbard. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. It is Jordan Lewis who brought him down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go again with Hubbard. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here comes 3rd and 6. Now Young. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
On now is the punt team for the Panthers. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Lawrence. Got a man downfield. It's Thomas. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Mike, you know what we used to call those plays? No, 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 yes. Because that's exactly what was going through the mind of the coach on the sideline when the quarterback decided to throw that ball into really tight coverage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the ground, here's Etienne. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. Second and 7. And in motion is Brown. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. And he's into the end zone. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Little on now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Jaguars will get out in front 17-7. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Blackshear. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. On the ground, this is Hubbard. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
I just don't love the look of this offense so far in this game, Mike. I mean, this first half, they've been flat, they've been lethargic, there hasn't been a lot of urgency, and we saw it again on this last play. Simple handoff, no gain, same story.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. He'll try to run for it.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
Punt team out, ready to send this one away. As he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. Brian Thomas now, and the Jaguars offense getting set for their next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Back to throw. Lawrence. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down. Throwing is Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
Lawrence from the gun here on third down. Got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
The offense is able to land a big blow there, and I think what happened defensively, Mike, is just everyone was not on the same page. And when you do that at this level, the good offenses, they're going to make you pay for it. They've got to clean up those mistakes, make the offense have to earn everything they get.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Slot man in motion right. They run on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
Lawrence gives this one to ETN. And a good, hard run. He would not be denied. Surging forward to pick up 8. They'll try and run for the first with ETN. Now here's Lawrence. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. We'll try again. It's second and 10. They send him right out of the slot. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down. Here's Lawrence. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
If you want to win in this league and have a successful defense, how you perform on third down is critical. Even more so, your backs are up against the wall. The offense finds themselves down in the red zone looking for 6. Those third down sacks go a long way to keeping touchdowns off the board and making them settle for field goals.
Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This one from 41 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. So after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Blackshear. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll motion over Thielen. Young to throw on 1st and 10. It's complete to Evans. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the shotgun, Young going for it all. That's caught! And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Slot receiver headed right. Young to throw on 1st down. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. Trying the left side. Here's Hubbard. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Young. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. The Panthers going to turn things over to the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Panthers are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Washington now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense and Travis Etienne set to get back to work. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Lawrence now. Now a screen set up for ETN. They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Play action now. It's Lawrence. Coming across the field on target to Brown. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Now the Jags will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. To throw is Lawrence. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner, and next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
So we've reached halftime here in Jacksonville with the Jaguars out front as we head downstate to Orlando. And we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman, who's got our EA Sports halftime report.
More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report. In the first half, we saw a strong outing from Trevor Lawrence. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Jags offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here beginning with 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. This run straight ahead for Etienne. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Lawrence. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Here's a 2nd and 12. They'll give it to Etienne on the option. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. J.C. Horn that time with the good coverage, and he knocks it away.
So often we see on these deep passes, the defender lose track of the ball in the air. They then tend to panic, and it either leads to a big pass completion or a defensive PI. In this case, he stays in phase. He's able to break the ball up and prevent a big play from happening.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Jaguars will extend their lead. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. He'll get this out to the left flat, and he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence. That's hauled in at the 2. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run with...
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He's got it. And the Jaguars will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready for their first possession of this 2nd half. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Young hands it to Hubbard. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Foye Oluokun with the play. Here's a 2nd and 9. Another run here with Hubbard. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big game, and he picks up the 1st down.
1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end, Evans. On 1st down, the pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
This is a great example of the game within the game. They're making what they call Mike declaration, and that's what sets the responsibilities of all the protectors. And in this case, the Mike was the one who came, and he's unblocked, and he's able to get home.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's the pistol snap to Young. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Third and long. Now Young. He'll dump this down to Hubbard. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. And now here comes the punt team, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. On the return, here's Washington. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Jaguars offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has with... First and 10 now from the 36. Lawrence. Now he'll run it. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Second down and 8. Lawrence on the draw. It's ETN. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now here's Lawrence. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. To throw is Lawrence. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain. It's a gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down. On the handoff, it's ETN. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Have to imagine at some point here, Mike, the defensive coordinator looks to change things up. This running back has had his way with them all day long. Get a few more guys in the box, but then you know what that does. It opens you up down the field to that passing game.
They'll go back to ETN on 1st down. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. Up the middle, here's ETN. He will have a Jaguars 1st down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll run it here with ETN. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Here now, second down and goal. They'll run the toss here to Etienne. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for third and goal. Here's Lawrence. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Jaguars will extend their third quarter lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Tremble comes in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Young. A short one there, caught by Tremble. Here's 2nd and 9. Tremble comes in motion. On the RPO, a pass taken by McMillan. Third and a yard. The motion man is Sanders. He'll try to run for it with Hubbard. And he's going to have a Panthers first down. They get 5 on 3rd and 1. Look wide, get this one complete, and he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. On 2nd down, Young. Quick throw, taken in. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Young. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw is Young. Gonna set up the screen here to Hubbard. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll put a receiver in motion right. Out of the shotgun, Young. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Tremble comes in motion. A 2nd down throw for Young. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
You got to find a happy medium as a quarterback between knowing when to extend the play and just knowing when to go down. In this case, the defensive tackle gets there in a hurry. He puts an end to this play before it even gets started.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's Young to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
Something every defense works on all week long, Mike, based on the quarterback that you're going to play. They say, okay, what is our rush plan this week? Are we rushing to a spot? Or are we rushing a guy that we'd rather keep in the pocket? Whatever the plan is, there's got to be more cohesiveness in these 3rd and long situations.
Young to throw on 1st down. He'll look underneath here and find Dowdle. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hubbard, and that'll be a pickup of 3. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Young. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Bryce Young. Touchdown, Carolina. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The extra point is up and through. And the Panthers are able to edge a bit closer. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's going to tuck it and go.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. A throw on the move is caught. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
We see so many wide receivers in today's NFL that almost resemble more of a running back style. When they get the ball in their hands, not only are they able to pick up big yards, they're able to fight through tackles and make people miss. That's an element that a lot of offenses are searching for. Takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now Lawrence on the bootleg. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that 2nd down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
3rd and 9. Back to throw. Lawrence. This is caught at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Ryan Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. So Lawrence lines up the Jaguars as they will go for 2. They'll try left side with Etienne. And he will get into the end zone and extend the lead by 2 more.
Pretty evident that they felt the weakness of this rush defense was on the perimeter. A simple toss play gets the back out there so fast. They secure the edge, and it just becomes a foot race, and he walks in for an easy 2 points.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. To throw, Young. Trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
They'll try to hit him with a screen. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Back to throw, Young. And that is incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
The offense staying out there for this fourth down. They'll go. Young. That one into the hands of Thielen. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. From their own territory, what a play on fourth down. 38 yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Receiver in motion, headed left. On first down is Young. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. They gain 18 yards on that one. It's a Carolina first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Slot man in motion right. On first and 10, here's Young. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Panthers are going to be looking at a first and goal. They move it down to the 4. On the bootleg, it's Young. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
From the gun here on third down, it's Young. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Panthers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Now, for the point after. His kick is good. The Panthers are able to cut into the deficit. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Washington now to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The home team's offense, and Trevor Lawrence set to take over once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Here's 1st and 10. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
They put Strange in motion. Lawrence now on 2nd down. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get it to Travis Etienne that time. And now it's going to be 3rd down. And in motion is Brown. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Fair catch made here, and the drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Panthers offense make their way out to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end, Evans. From the gun, it's Young. There's Evans. He's got it. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Desperation time now setting here in the 4th quarter. This is where the urgency of your 2-minute offense is so critical. How many plays can you run and how fast can you run them? Because one score is not going to do it. You're going to have to score and get the ball back and end up going down and punching it in again.
Now he'll run. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end. Second and 7. Out of the shotgun, Young going up top. And that is incomplete. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? To throw is Young. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They send him right out of the slot. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th. but they will turn it over on downs. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. Can he get away? No, he's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
Well, if you're going to run the ball in the middle of this defensive line, you better block the big man in the middle, Mike. What a great job, not only defeating his blocks, but being able to penetrate enough to take the ball carrier down for a loss. That is a great play by the big man inside.
They'll run it once more with Etienne. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 15-yard pickup there. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down. Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Once again, it's Etienne. And that one not going to net too much. He'll get this down to the 31. Here's a 2nd and 9. They bring a tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Etienne. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Now Etienne. And now we're going to timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This a 44-yard attempt. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Blackshear. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. To throw is Young. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke, taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Now he'll air one out. That's caught! And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
He'll go right and find his running back, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now Young. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. Now Young. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield, so it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate. But also, how impressive is that by that defense to be able to cover for that amount of time?
Here we go. One final play. He'll let this go towards the end zone. So it's a win here for the Jaguars. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops there. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL A Sports. The Jaguars are the winners here at home as we say, so long from Jacksonville.